Are you ready for the GG? Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to week 1, game 4 of the GG League. Tonight I am joined by Captain Card Skip himself, the one and only Arco, who played his game last night. Hello, Arco.
Hey, everybody. Hey, Leona.
What do you think of these settings from your experience last night?
A little brutal, but very interesting.
Brutal,
Definitely
yes.
not. Yeah, definitely does not favor my type of card skipping play, but it is
I
fun
found
trying
it,
to get us
guys.
to smack each
I
other.
found it. I found Arco's kryptonite, guys. I've done it. Mission successful.
A forced time limit.
Okay, well, without further ado, here we go into game number 4. Let's first quickly take a look at who's playing in this game. Another star-studded cast for you guys this evening. We've got the Dragon, Cecil Dogan, playing as white. Naughty but nice. Nice, playing as black. In the blue corner, we have snuGGles, aka Zero Cool. None other than the Risk Daddy himself, the Kill Pete StratiGG, playing as red. The dreaded Butcher. In the greeny meanie colour, Bertram the Boar, my fellow World Cup champion teammate from 2023. And finally, we have Hudson Hornet, the Stinger, playing as purple. Who is going to come out on top as these players battle it out in another bloodbath to see who can get the most points. Any favorites for you as we go into this Arco?
Alright, we're underway. Any favorites? Well, I'm not entirely sure yet without seeing the layout, because based on my past experiences with all 6 of these players, all of them have been known to not give a damn about if someone ruins their game, they're willing to smack into them in
Yes.
response. So
Okay,
it'll be
snuGGles
interesting to
going
see all
first.
of them against each other.
Oh, not many options for snuGGles. Very centralized position there to start off.
Yeah. Yeah, that territory just worked out really well for Tiger in my game.
It did, it did.
And Pete's
So,
likely going on that 5.
yeah, we've got 40 minutes on the clock, guys. This is a time tournament. 40 minutes now ticking down for these players to try and get as many points as they can within that time frame. If nobody dies, they all score nothing. So it is in their interest to try and work together using these alliances to try and arrange the untimely death and demise of their opponents.
Yeah, work together to eliminate each other quickly.
Yeah. Otherwise, we might
very
see
fun
a repeat of
concept.
last night's game where it came down to the wire almost, and then we saw some very rushed bounty
Yeah,
grabs right at the end.
we technically ended the game under 40 minutes.
You did, you did.
Also, nice with a 7 natural spawn. Could turn that into a 10. Straight off the bat.
It's interesting to see. We're seeing all the same cap choices. Like, we've seen all these cap choices before, and obviously it's clearly why.
Nobody's going for my terrible cap in the bottom
No one's
left.
going bottom left. No one's going bottom left this time because it was a terrible choice, Arco. We were very surprised you took it when you had the 4 on the other side of the board.
Well, yeah, my 4 in the middle would have been neighbored by 2 caps, and then my other spot in the top right would have been more or less neighbored by another cap. So, and I guess in hindsight I should have known it would have been a no bonus game, but the bottom left was the last remaining play to go for a bonus. And speaking of which, Nice goes on his 2 and not his 7, so he might be looking to take that bottom left bonus.
Yeah, quite possibly. Well, speaking of no bonus or bonus games, I was actually surprised that your game last night was a no bonus game because the 2 previous games all turned out for the players grabbing bonuses. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see what this list of players decides to do.
Yeah. Settings like these haven't really been played too much, so we're seeing the first set of data, I guess.
Yeah, that is another interesting thing that I've brought to the GG League here. The maps were actually chosen at random by the Wheel of Doom, and then I've tried to tailor the settings to the maps. So we are going to see some maps that we don't necessarily see in most other tournaments, and hopefully it works out okay.
Yeah, Forsaken Lands is a fun 2v2 setting, but outside of that, you rarely see the map played, especially for FFA. So it's
Hi,
nice
Alison
to
Clark.
shake
Welcome in.
things up for a change.
Yeah, nice refreshing change. Bit of change of scenery. And get you guys out of your comfort zones. Get you playing something new. Not seeing much in the way of alliance
this map is
chats.
part of that. This map is part of that fantasy map pack for Rivertown, so I'm more used to this map than some others, weirdly enough.
Rivertown is actually a fancy map pack. That's actually a surprise to me. I didn't actually know that.
Yeah, it's this map, Forsaken Lands, Enchanted Lands, Castle, and then Rivertown, Rivertown Advanced.
Yeah, you'll be happy to know that the Wheel of Doom did select Rivertown Advance later on in the tournament, so that will be featuring in the GG League.
Will we happen to be seeing any 5-round rumble at all later on in the GG League?
We will not, but wait till week 2, and it's my own little take. It's my own little take on Speed Blitz. I've come up with a whole new game mode.
Already for week 2, awesome.
Yeah. Another very difficult map in week 2 coming up. Really difficult to try and get some settings that were at least workable on the Los Angeles map. But I think I've done it.
Oh yeah, that bonus on the right is tough to balance around.
But let's not get ahead of ourselves. We've got this game upon us here, game 4, where please players need to start trying to work together to get some points on the board.
Yeah, no turn 1 cap rolling or anything.
And it does indeed seem like a no bonus game, as Arco has called it.
No bonus game, but unlike my game, nobody's cap seems to be... no, there's 2 caps in that northern middle bonus. But other than that, everybody's fairly separated.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep a keen eye on the alliance chats. We're viewing the game from the red player's perspective, the Kill Pete strategy. So we only get the alliance chats that Pete receives and sends. We don't actually see what the other players might be conspiring between themselves. But so far, not much communication, at least to Pete, that we've seen.
For all we know, there could be 5 attack reds going on right now.
There could be. That is usually the sign. Like if you're not getting any alliance requests or messages, then you need to worry because that probably means everybody's targeting you. Pete taking a look at the continent overlay again. Those are the bonuses. But as we have just said, nobody seems to be going to try and take them for those bonus troop generation. Not yet, at least.
Yeah, Naze might be making a slow claim to the +2 in the bottom left. But outside of that, don't really see anybody else holding anything.
Yeah, these guys are taking a long time to take their turns. I think this is probably the longest group so far to take their turns. We're already almost down to
we're a quarter of the way done already.
Almost. It's been about 8 minutes now.
8
We're only
minutes,
on round
okay.
3. We're only on round 3. This is probably the slowest so far, but it could, again, as we saw, it could very well speed up as the
We
game
saw Pete
progresses.
hovering the 5 in the middle to show that it only connected to the 7, 8, or 1. One thing I like to use to remember on this map's connections, that dwarf mine bonus. Dwarves hate diagonals. All the diagonals in that bonus do not connect with one another for whatever reason.
There we go, guys. Another reason to keep tuning in. We've just got a nugget of Arco wisdom for absolutely free. You can thank the GG League for that. Dwarves
And all
hate diagonals. We got it. And who else would know better than that than Arco, who plays with the dwarven avatar?
good old
Speaking of the
yellow
dwarven
dwarf.
avatar, Hudson Hornet also rocking the dwarf, but the purple variety.
Staying in the dwarf mine bonus there with his stack. He's only got 2 exteriors. Bertram and Pete are still fairly spread out. Same with Zaraki. Some are more
They are.
condensed than others.
Yeah.
Oh!
Oh,
Hello!
I was just about to say what we saw
That
yesterday and in the other games is once a target has kind of been decided by these guys, that's when we start seeing the externals being taken out. And just
oh
as I was
my
about to
god.
say it,
Wait,
we see that Hudson Hornet, the dwarven avatar,
no!
has become the target.
He got taken out of the Dwarven Mines.
Oh,
Just
Pete's
as
cap is
Cap
not
left.
open. Pete's cap is not open.
I don't even know what Hudson did. I guess everyone just decides to
He
get him
looks
out of
too
the
much
game.
like Arco in the avatar. That's what he did.
I guess so.
Yeah, he tried to take a diagonal in the dwarven mine bonus. That was the key mistake, I think.
I did meet a similar fate, but not as bad as this.
Yeah, I think we've got some suggestions from Carter in the chat as well. Hudson's cap is probably the least open in terms of routes of retaliation. Is possibly why they've been singled out.
Alright, does he take revenge on anybody? Nope, just tries to survive.
Do we see these guys start chipping away at their capital to make it easier? I mean, we've not even to the first round of trades yet, so the trades aren't going to save them.
Yeah, I mean, if we already saw 8 stacks and 7 stacks being hit on turn 4, I wouldn't be surprised to see a turn 5 slow roller too.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised to see such low numbers on some of these caps. They are kind of making themselves vulnerable to having those externals slammed out. Bertram the ball potentially, the green player potentially falling into the same trap once purple has been killed. Though Bertram does have the benefit of that kill guard in the top left there behind the 23 cap of white.
Yeah, he is behind. Yeah, he is behind Cecil. So that could help. And I can't remember the exact odds, but I think getting a 3-for-0 manual on a cap is roughly 10%, somewhere in that range. So if people do start slow rolling early and 1 or 2 of those do happen, then it could already be a profitable kill as we see Hudson early trade. And cards give, yeah, let's go.
I knew that would get your blood pumping, Arco. We see a card skip
We
from Hudson.
it's in our dwarven blood.
Yes, it's the dwarven nature. Interesting to see Bertram split the 3s next to the cap as well. And then we've got the 6 from white. Maybe an attempt to start card blocking. Trying to force.
Yeah, that's some true random dice tactics, but
Yeah.
you'd only lose up to 5 at most on a 3. 5 is
Yeah,
really rare though, so probably
Yeah.
4 would be their hope.
Trade coming in for Pete, and the portal is open with a path to Purple's cap. I'm wondering if they chip away. It's unlikely we see them try and go for the bounty here, because they don't quite have enough for the kill, but they could start trying to chip away at it.
I don't think anybody chips away. I think they all wait for the second round of trades to come in, because by that point, Hudson would be killable if he continues to card skip.
Yeah. Bounties are worth 2 points. Going up a placement level is only worth 1 per placement level. So grabbing bounties is very valuable in this tournament. And if Purple continues to card skip, then yes, they will just die for the points, I think.
And if you're getting hard targeted like this by everybody, is it technically correct to strategically stall out the timer each time?
It may be strategically correct, but I do not condone that in any sense. Do not do that, players, if you're watching this.
It would piss everybody off for sure. But here we go.
There we go.
Process
Here we
is
go.
being sped
Yeah.
up a bit.
We're seeing the chipping
1
away
for
at the
2.
cap.
Rolled the 2 dice into the cap instead of using the other 5 there. Alright. Still skips and doesn't run out the timer, thankfully.
Yeah, good sport. Good sport there from Hudson. Some more attack purple requests coming in.
More
Pete returns with the thumbs up.
We're about, what, 15 minutes in now?
We are coming down to 25 minutes remaining on the clock.
Yeah, that's way too much time for Hudson to live, I think. People
It
are
is. He's not going to live this
still
out.
rolling. He's getting good defensive dice overall on these slow rolls, though. I think that's been, what, 4 or 5 slow rolls, and he still only down to his last turn's troops. Because unless people start getting lots of 3 for O's off of good luck, it would take a big group effort to slow roll every turn.
So as we're kind of settled now on the first player to be out, it looks like Hudson Hornets, the Stinger playing as purple, is actually going to be removed from the game first. And unfortunately for them, be the unlucky player scoring 0 points this game, this week. Who do we think
there's
is
some
next
good
on the
slow
chopping
rolls
block?
from Cecil.
Yeah, we're seeing the god dice come in now.
There it is. Now Hudson's definitely likely to go out early, but the thing is, if people start pumping too many troops in and/or getting bad slow rolls into Hudson, then that person might also become an early target.
Yeah, what I would have done
even
here
before Hudson.
What I would be doing here as Hudson is taking cards because, well, for one, yeah, taking cards because they can't kill you before you next trade in, or they wouldn't have been able to, and then maybe be in their alliances to try and feed someone up before I die. So I don't get the 0 points. I at least get a point out in this game.
You would think that, but people are pretty bounty hungry in these settings.
They are, and we have seen some backstabbing, or at least some unintentional backstabbing in your game as well last night.
Yes. A lot of the mispathing and a few other various things. I got very lucky that certain alliance chat worked out the way it did, but unlucky that Quarantined had the set on 3. And I found out later that he had wild cards the whole time, which made that even more unfortunate.
Yeah, he drew about 3 or 4 wildcards that entire game. It was crazy. He had both wildcards in his hand most of the
Very
game.
crazy.
That's Pete level wildcard luck. Okay, so when this next
the
round of trades come in, we
trades.
should see the kill come down. They should just be able to kill that cap.
Potentially, yeah. Yeah, the trades are already at around the same of Hudson's total troop count. So now it was either Hudson would be taking cards still from the get-go, but now he needs to keep skipping in order to stay alive. Because as soon as he gets to 2 or 3, people would definitely go for his bounty. But here he might survive a bit longer.
Yeah, they do need to keep up the chipping away. Otherwise, people risk losing too much from the kill. You actually managed to stay in there a bit longer than you probably should have last night, Arco. For a similar
my
reason.
cap roll on Pentix was really bad. I probably should have died short that turn after that cap roll, but
yeah.
Had I got one similar to Tiger's roll on me, I think I would have been in a pretty good spot still.
And if you're wondering what we're talking about, guys, watching this back now on YouTube, go check out week 1, game 3. That's when Arco's game was. Or do we see the bounty grab here now by Bertram the Boar? 77 on 33.
77 on 33.
Don't
If
think
that's not 100%, that's high odds.
it is.
Did
He
not
gets
see
the
the
kill.
roll there.
How much is left? 20.
Only 20
Ooh,
left though. Okay, he
lost
went
50.
fairly negative on it.
Yeah, I think Bertram is. Yeah, he's well spread out and kill guarded though. Remember, so he might survive.
Yep, there's the immediate attack greens. Yeah. I think
He is
everyone's
kill guarded
gonna.
though. Remember, only white can kill him. Only white can take the kill here.
Yeah. So I think it'd be other players would take out the 9 and 7 of Bertram at the bottom, and then leave the rest to Cecil to take out the top stuff, because he'd be moving his stack to the right anyways. Take the cap.
So commiserations to our purple player, Hudson Hornets. The Stinger being stung early on and removed from the game first. Unfortunately scoring 0 points this round. But this is a 20-week-long league-style tournament, so there are plenty more opportunities to score points further down the line.
A salute to the fellow dwarf avatar user. But yeah, we'll see if Zerky or Pete decide to help by taking out the 9 at the bottom left. Even if they don't, I think
yeah, Cecil's got the 6
still
down
has
there
this
to deal with
kill.
it.
Yeah, if Cecil doesn't have a set on 3, it is a little bit tight of a kill if he has to take care of the rest of this by himself.
Yeah, potentially
Zerky
feeding
helps.
himself up. But he will trade in turn, though. That's the thing. So it will be worth taking.
Himself to another cap.
Why not? It is leaving both caps super weak, though, to getting killed.
Yeah,
might not be the best play.
It is good individually, but against everybody else looking to team on everyone. Oh, 11 on 9 fails.
Doesn't get it. Okay, Bertram's going to survive to trade in then. I don't think we see the kill attempt here. Could
does he
remove the
get
kill
rid of the
guard,
kill
though.
guard so somebody else could attempt it? He does.
I mean, the trade's coming in for Bertram anyway. He can't get to it. What?
Oh, is he gonna try and go through the? Oh, he's gonna go through the Zerky 5 portal.
Oh, this
Might
is
want to
risky.
try that first before
yeah,
rolling
I was
the cap.
Say,
oh,
you should do that first. This is super close.
Still high odds. Slightly less high odds. 3 on 2, 28%.
Angel dice.
28%.
Oh,
2 on 1. Do we see the timer move down? No, we do not.
No, he doesn't get it. Oh, and he's fed himself in the process. Bertram now could trade in and kill Cecil. Trade to it at 45. Go for it, Bertram.
Yeah, he could.
Go for it.
That's probably his best move. Or does he not have a set?
Oh, if he doesn't have a set, that's heartbreaking right there. He doesn't have the set.
Bounties. Oh man, that's 2 bounties to Nice.
Yeah, naughty but nice. Getting fed 2 bounties here. It is Christmas
He
come
does.
early.
He does card.
for
He does
nice.
card skip.
I mean,
So
look
that's
at all those cards on the
1.
table, though. And it's all just a straight line for black here. And they have the
Oh,
trade
has
on
the set
3.
on 3 just
Yeah,
because.
this is in the bag. He might even, with all those cards coming in, he might even have the Zeriki kill right after because he has split so thinly across 2 caps. Okay, there goes Bertram. Bertram goes out
Ooh.
5th.
Fancy quick splitting coming out. Always nice to see.
Nice. Nice to see from Nice.
Oh, he's
yeah,
thinking about going
yeah,
for
he's
it right
thinking about
away.
the Zeriki kill,
It is
yeah.
a portal though.
Yeah, I would leave it. Yeah, he will have access to it again from that other portal. This is probably the correct play.
Trades in, adds some on the 6 at the bottom, and then that stack could take care of the other 2 caps. Yeah, well played.
Yeah, this is going to be 3 bounties.
And then likely a 4th, honestly, unless he gets really bad cap dice here. That's really good roll for caps.
It is. I think this has just been an absolute sweep here from Nice.
Throws out the GG.
Yeah, such a strong
Lost
finish
47. That's lost 47 on a 34. For cap standards, that's still pretty decent.
Yeah, that's not 100% roll. He should not roll the 80 here, I don't think. But yes, it's
No,
not
now we're
looking good for
entering the
Pete.
1v1. For Pete, yeah, and he has a bunch of troops left over to guard all the caps. Still has the 1 cap open.
So 3
Does he move any
bounties there,
to guard?
back to back. That was an absolute perfect
Right.
storm for Nice there, the black player.
And he does leave 1 cap open.
We have yet to see any kind of actual 1v1 attempt. People trying to fight it out. Usually, by the time the game ends, it is just a game over.
Yeah, this is probably the quickest 1v1 scenario we've seen. Because this might go for a little bit. I don't think Pete has quite enough troops to do a cap run.
Yeah, not enough for the cap run. There's about 15 minutes left on the clock, so there is plenty of time to try and fight this out.
Yeah, he's trying to break all the bonuses, but trying to also keep the cap troops locked. Which unfortunately he can't fully do because of where the caps are situated.
Yeah, tough situation
So
to find himself in.
He does opt to not break the bonus in the top right to keep that 30 trapped.
So 3 bounties for Nice so far, and in a very, very strong position to potentially get a 4th and the win here. That would actually make him the top bounty scorer so far in the league, if he manages to get 4 bounties.
Yeah, bounty and points, I'd imagine, right? I don't think anybody else has gotten first
Yes,
before
he would shoot to the top of the leaderboard if he manages to win this and get another bounty.
Okay, dwarf mines being cleared. Does keep that 1 of Pete there.
As a block to the cap.
That,
interesting.
Yeah, block to the cap.
Yeah, it's not looking good. It's not looking good for Pete. Maybe you try using the alliances here. But there's not much bargaining value that Pete can bring.
Not
really.
much bargaining in a 1v1 situation, yeah.
Yeah.
We got roughly 10, 12 minutes left.
Yes, about 13 minutes left.
Yeah. Assuming no major errors happen, Pete would lose this in the long run.
He will.
But we'll have to see if Nice is able to get this win within the next 10 minutes or so.
Yeah, we could see a really crazy turn of events where where Nice just gets back-to-back no trades on 4, and Pete gets super lucky with cards. It's a very slim chance, even if that does happen. Yeah, he's just out-generating Pete so much. There's very little Pete can do here.
This is... I think, what would Pete's play here be? Go for an extremely low odds cap run at like 30 seconds left? and then hope for the tie for second when the time runs out?
In terms of winning this game, he's no chance. He's not going to get a bounty. He's not going to get a better placement. But in terms of the league overall, he should be trying to deny the bounty points to Nice if he can. So, but he's not got the correct caps to be able to do that. He needs that 30 cap in the top middle so that those will end up being his last territories, and Nice has to go through the cap and cap run before killing him.
Ooh,
That is
no set
the
on
meta
4.
strat.
No
Yeah,
set on
bad luck for
4 there
Pete.
for Pete. So if Nice has a set on 4, does he have the troops to be able to cap run and or world dom? The 56 is trapped, and just remember, dwarves hate diagonals, so those ones do not connect.
Yeah.
So the 56 only hits the 1 territory,
Do
which
not forget,
actually
guys,
makes the pathing
dwarves
a bit
hate
difficult.
diagonals. Remember it.
Now my 2v2 win rate on these settings will go down now that everybody knows. Usually without caps, though.
So, again, thinking of a meta strategy, what I would be doing here as Pete is trying to take that 39 cap in the top, middle to left of the map off Nice, take that territory behind it, give up everything else so that Nice is forced to cap run and not able to get the World Dom victory and take the extra 2 points. Because in the long run of the tournament, keeping your opponent's points lower is just better. But it's very hard to think of that when you're embroiled in this in the game.
Very true. Also, so if the timer runs out with these 2 alive, how many placement points are shared? Like, would they both get second?
They both share second place. That is correct. So potentially,
Okay,
Pete
so
does have a bit of
Pete's
value.
likely.
Pete does have a bit of trade value here. He could offer to come off the caps, giving Nice an extra point. But how you try and communicate with that with the limited alliance chat to don't kill me and I'll come off the caps is
And with the limited
insanely
time too.
difficult. Yeah.
Yeah, with the way both are playing this 1v1, it does appear that a tie for second is inevitable in a few more minutes. Does knock him under 21 territories, but that does open that cap that way.
Samadex in the chat asking, what's with diagonals? Would you like to repeat the Arco nugget of wisdom for Samadex in the Twitch chat, Arco?
Dwarves hate diagonals. The dwarf mine bonus in the middle of this Forsaken Lands map. All the diagonals do not connect with one another for whatever reason.
Let me get the screen marker up. Okay, so these do not connect. Dwarves hate diagonals. You cannot go diagonal here.
All those in the middle don't connect with one another, and that's just a funny saying I like to use to remember that whenever I end up playing this map.
So remember, guys,
Also,
if you take nothing else
a
away,
set on 3.
we do. If you take nothing else away from the GG League, Remember, Forsaken Lands, dwarves hate diagonals.
Okay, he elects not to use it. With that 100 cap in the north, the cap run chance is basically 0.
Okay, gonna continue the breaking and just hoping that something happens with the cards here.
I think he's just hoping that Nice goes for a cap run and fails at this point.
Yeah, I mean, again, denying your opponent points is also the best strategy here in terms of long-term strategy for the tournament. So if Pete just stays on caps, it denies the extra point to Nice, and it also denies the extra bounty to Nice. So this is actually probably the correct way to play it for Pete.
As we're seeing the same attack path to break all the bonuses.
But Nice almost double total troops now of Pete, but not in a big enough stack to hit either of those capitals just yet.
He does set on 4. Is he thinking about a cap run attempt?
The 200
He
could
could
hit the
take
61
the
here.
61 cap easily.
We're coming up to the 5 minutes remaining points. Just letting the players know that
Oh,
in
yeah.
the Discord chats.
Does hit the
He
60
does take,
cap,
he does take it.
100. Doesn't have much to guard that other cap, though.
Pete's stack cannot get to it until the portals. Oh, the portals do open. Yes, the portals are about to open.
Nice, gonna do a split guard there. Guards of the
Leave the
69
69
cap on the front
Yeah,
one.
we love it. We love it.
Got roughly 5 minutes remaining.
Yeah, we're now at the 5 minute remaining mark. Players are aware, they have been made aware in the Discord that there is 5 minutes remaining.
Oh, he's going for the cap hit. Really good roll. Holy crap.
Yeah, God roll there. God roll. And we see the acknowledgement there in the use of the emotes from Nice, the black player.
That could have been costly. If he lost a bunch there and Nice had to set on 3 or 4 before Pete traded, that could have been a cap run chance. But with that good roll, things are about back to where they were about 10 minutes ago. The good old prog caps late game 1v1.
Yeah, with that failed kill from Cecil, this is actually the first game of the week where we don't see an entry to the 1v1 having already been pre-negotiated by a 2-player alliance taking out everyone else. So yeah, this is why we're seeing the extended 1v1 play here.
Pete sets on 3. He gives the dancing robot. Does he card skip to end the game? Let's see it, Pete. You already got the 69 cap up north. Now complete the other part of it.
Arco just wants to see another skip. He just wants to see another skip.
I want to see the thing Leona tried to prevent with these settings. Come on.
He's going to take a card.
Oh,
he's going to take
attack.
A card.
No, he takes a card.
Yes.
Unfortunate.
And as we all know, guys, every time anyone playing the game of Risk skips a card, it gives Arco his supernatural energy that he feeds off and siphons from us to use to win and stay at the top of all leaderboards. So don't card skip, guys. It just makes Arco stronger.
Conversely, apparently when I do it, it makes me stronger.
2.5 minutes remaining, and it looks like these players are just set now where Pete is intentionally preventing the black player as best that he can from being able to take extra points, which is a very solid meta strategy for the tournaments in general.
He could have rolled the 27 cap to do that scenario you mentioned earlier, but
yeah, it
that
works
would
as
only
long
be
as if he gets God cap rolls like before, it also works to just stay on the caps and super stack.
yeah, that would be the play to do if the tied points they received would be lower than second.
Yes.
But since they're both getting second at minimum anyways, that's just gonna be Pete running out the time here in a couple minutes.
It is.
Holding the fortify.
For dramatic effect.
Accepting the fate. Only counter remaining for Nice is to trade here to make all the caps 69s just because. Let's see if he does it. The optimal move.
I'm glad these guys are having a bit of fun with it at the end anyway. We know it's going to
Doesn't look
end
like he's
at
doing
the
it though.
40-minute mark. I wonder if Nice could have tried to card block Pete a lot sooner than this. They probably had the time to pull that off and maybe get the win using that strategy, but didn't opt to do it in the end.
Potentially.
Both players have been made aware that there is only 1 minute remaining. We're now down to the last 30 seconds. And we're going to see Pete just run out the timer here, I think.
Yeah. And running out the timer, and that'll be the end of week 1.
It is. So a great game again with an interesting 1v1. Players using the tournament's rules to their advantage to deny their opponent extra points. No deal was made going into the 1v1 here using alliances because of the failed kill from white on green, which catapulted Nice, the black player, into the victory and allowed them to go into the 1v1 without any help.
Yeah. Running out the clock, and I think we've passed the official timer now.
It is. The timer has run down. The placements are now set.
There it is.
And there is the end of Game 4 of Week 1. Well played, all of our players.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Good game, Pete.
Did I misunderstand the assignment? Did I do this wrong?
No, you played that wonderfully, denying your opponent extra points if you can at the end.
Okay, so you think that's the correct move?
Yeah, we were mentioning that.
So it's optimal in what consideration? In the long-term consideration that I don't want him to have more points than me generally?
Yeah, in the league.
Oh, for the timer run out thing? Yes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was thinking, it's like, am I being vindictive by not just stepping off cap here?
No, we didn't see it that way at all. Like this is that is the correct strat.
Well,
yeah, it's the first game that we've seen this week where we've entered the 1v1 where it hasn't been a 2-player alliance getting there by killing everyone else. So, and that was because of the failed kill that allowed Nice to just become so strong and go into the 1v1 on their own. But yeah, I think you played that perfectly, Pete. Yeah, I think you played that correctly.
Thank you. Well, I mean,
so well played.
Well, thank you. Yes.
It was quite the entertaining game.
You know, we try our best.
All the games this week have been super entertaining. I'm really happy and so grateful for all the amazing players that have come to join us in the GG League. And I hope everyone has enjoyed watching the show. If you want to donate to the league and get some more prize money into the pockets of these amazing players, please consider donating. The link is on the screen right now. You can also come down to the Discord, the StratiGG Discord community. Make sure to subscribe, like the video as well, and if you've missed them, check out the previous GG League games. I am Leona. I've been joined tonight by the amazing player, Captain Card Skip, Arco. Thank you for
It's
joining
been
me,
fun,
Arco.
Leanna. Yeah, cheers
Yeah.
for having me.
It's always great fun to have you in the chat. I hope to have you back in subsequent weeks to get more great commentary from you in future games.
Yeah, I'll see what you have in store for me and all the other players next week.
Yeah, and if you want a sneak peek, the settings are actually out already. You just need to come and join the Discord and then head on over to the GG League spreadsheet to check out the settings and a very special game mode of my own innovation, of my own creation from the deepest, darkest depths of my mind. And I call it Blitzlock.
Oh boy.
But thanks again, everyone. Thank you to all the players. Thank you, awesome viewers. And don't forget to check out future games next week of the GG League. We'll see you in the next one.